Yo.
Yo.
Well, go on.
Hey, nothing, man. Just been chilling.
Yeah.
What you saying?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I've been good, man. Just, the week, working. Had a good weekend. There was bare sun this week, so I was just out there, enjoying the day, man. Now we're here. Time to catch up on the conversation.
Yeah. Anyway, people, if you didn't know, this is the Big Face Show. And this is Della.
The Big Face Show.
Make sure you tune in.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like, subscribe, hit that thingy follow button, and make sure you time in the comments.
Anyway, today I want to talk about a little topic that I was watching the other day, The Apprentice. And they were asked to do a task.
Yeah.
And this task was to design your own fashion brand.
Yeah.
Simple task, nothing major. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Considering people go out there and make their own clothing now, their t-shirts and all these, you know how we do.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to the point. So, they asked to go and design these clothes. And this is what happens. I just want to run something by you.
To branding, I think the biggest thing is I want them to just see the name and understand what we're about.
And what kind of colours are we thinking?
Yeah, vibrant, colourful. I don't want like dull colours, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm so confused why I wasn't picked. I am the fashionable expert. I do this on the outside, day to day. I design clothes, I manufacture clothing, and I'm just gutted that I'm not a project manager.
I have to stop it there, man.
Yeah.
I find that mad. I don't know how you feel about that. That's like asking somebody who's a fitness instructor to build a house.
Yeah, so what's your question though?
What is my question?
Yeah, from that.
My question is,
Yeah.
like, if you have somebody who is a designer,
Yeah.
by trade, has
Yeah.
his own business,
Yeah.
and you have a task
Yeah.
to build your own fashion brand,
Yeah.
surely you think the guy who's actually a fashion designer on the outside
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah, that's true. It makes sense that what I gained from watching that is that there was set a task to do, yeah? And they all went to the boardroom. And at the boardroom, they had to pick a leader for the group, yeah? And as you can see, when we choose the word leader, a leader is set in a certain type of way. He has a certain confidence about himself, and he carries himself in a certain manner. And what I got from that clip is, even though this person here has the credentials to do the job, which he did, he said that he makes clothes on a regular, he's been in that business and that field for a long time. I think he lacked confidence to sell himself to the other party, where the other guy, he might not know nothing about it, but he was courageous. He had
Charisma.
He had charisma about himself. And when they asked him, what should we do? He said something about, something about eco-friendly. And to them, the other people was like, we should do more.
And the other guy had a story.
You understand? The other guy was like, we should go into, let's talk about how we're taking something and making it new. So the girls were like, yeah, we relate to that. So that's why I think the other guy got picked.
But I would debate that and still say you could have a story,
Yeah.
but a story is a fairy tale.
That's true.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, what is real is that the guy is a fashion designer.
That's
and
true.
he works with texture, he works with designs,
That's true.
he also knows about doing graphic designing.
That's true. That's true.
So he's got the qualities of the other guy,
Yeah.
but the other guy does not have the qualities of that he has.
That's the truth. Where it could go wrong is that this guy could sound like he knows what he's doing. It's the case of that. A guy that talks so much that he sounds like he knows what he's doing, he's selling so good, but when the job gets done, it's not actually the job. Where the other guy, he might not have the confidence and might not know how to sell himself, but we can guarantee he can deliver because he has the profession.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
Right, I just want to take you forward a bit.
All right.
Could we be
exactly don't know what he's doing.
experimental offer a dress on our range?
Are you listening?
I don't really want to do a dress. I think we want to keep it inclusive. Well, obviously it's men, but
Could we do a dress?
I don't want to do a dress, to be honest. I want to do trousers, jacket and t-shirt.
Now this is for men,
Wearing
yeah?
dresses nowadays. It might be good to try and break some stigmas, break some stereotypes. it is pushing the realm of what's expected of society. It's a risky item, I know.
Nah, I think I want to stick with jacket, t-shirt, and trousers. To be honest.
I just have to stop it there.
Yeah.
Like, because is another thing that
Yeah.
really, I don't know, it kind of, confuses me. Because if you are going to do a men's brand and sell to all the primary shops,
Yeah.
why would you come out thinking that a skirt should be included?
I'll be honest, if you are doing a men's line, if we're talking about, what is a man and what the image of a man is, really, they never used to put no skirt on a man. It
Well,
just used to
isn't man short for
masculinity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you can see, the young man was very uncomfortable. The lady was saying, well, why don't we make a skirt? You saw his face change and his body and his demeanor. And it doesn't necessarily mean that he doesn't want to make a skirt or it's bad to not make a skirt. It's just something that he doesn't have to do. Go on.
Yeah, but if we go back to the beginning,
Uh-huh.
there he was given a task
Yes.
to go out and make a brand
Yeah.
that will sell
Yeah.
in the market.
Yeah.
One chose women's clothes,
Yeah.
the other chose men's clothes.
Yeah.
So if you was making skirts,
Yeah.
surely you'd make it for the women's side, no?
Yeah, you would. But ain't he the men's side?
Yes.
So he ain't gotta make no skirt for no woman's side.
That's my point. That is my point.
He ain't gotta make no
He
skirt for
doesn't
no woman's
have
side.
to make it. But why was it debated?
Modern day. And modern day man has changed. So modern day man is not the yesterday's man of shoot and figgy exactly how he's dressing.
Okay,
Because
can I interrupt?
you interrupt.
Right. I can understand modern day man, but can I be honest? We are talking about public specifics. Like when you talk about primary shops, you're talking about high streets.
Yeah.
How many men in a high street in today's society? Let's be real. You walk in at 11 o'clock in the daytime.
Yeah.
You see men in skirts. How many? You might
Loads
see
of
one. You might see one or 10
No,
in
you see
the.
loads of them. Look, what I'm trying to say is I understand what you're saying, but my point is simple. Modern day. Modern day is a simple term. Everything that we get shown is on the TV. So from when they started pushing boys can wear skirts in school, this agenda's been going a long time. So skirts is not something new. And what I'm trying to say is it's not acceptable to certain people, but to some people it's acceptable. What I'm saying is he didn't have to say, oh, I'm not gonna make a skirt like a skirt for a girl. There's cultures that wear skirts, like kilts. He could have made a kilt.
But wouldn't you call that making a skirt for a man very niche?
Again, as I said,
Because
they're
again,
in the competition.
That's
And
my
in
point.
This competition, it's about
selling.
and it's a business. He doesn't necessarily have to wear any skirts, but he can have it on the line and sell it for people if the people want that.
Okay, I'll stop you there because I want to continue and show you the next part where they actually go to the people and they ask the public.
Viewing their designs.
This is the men's design.
Yes.
This item of clothing, I personally wouldn't wear it.
Jordan and
What is going on with that?
Alright, well, let's see the skirt.
Oh my days!
So this is actually made of a complete parachute.
What's going on there?
What?
No, it's a great piece.
I wish the people could see it.
Looking towards a brighter future, a world in which you can express yourself.
Do you feel like that would actually be like? Where do you see someone actually? That is far too heavy.
Yeah, it's
for a
really
garment.
heavy.
That is ridiculous. Where do you feel like this would be worn? You know, like who do you see popping down the shops wearing this?
Down the road, obviously.
So
Oh my
basically-
days.
the task was.
Oh my days.
So you see the actual design.
That's
What
a
do you
shit
think?
show, man.
What do you think?
That's a shit show. I can't believe that. I don't think anything. He was a bag of rubbish.
Can you describe what the clothing were like for the men?
It was some crop top, yeah.
What were the colours?
Blue, like American colours, with some next kind of madness on it. It looked crazy.
And what was the skirt?
The skirt was made out of like plastic bag parachutes. It looked like what's that thing, man? You know
Ballroom
that
dress.
pasta? You know that orange and green pasta that you can get? That's what it looked like. Yeah, it was like a big skirt.
So how many people would walk down the
No one
high
ain't
street
wearing that,
like
man.
that?
No one ain't wearing that. That
Was my point from the beginning. So
that is madness. But that's the design.
yes,
But people.
but
are
is it a
wearing
design or is it an agenda?
It's an
Because remember, this is a woman who said and quoted that I want to make something for the new age men.
yeah, that's an agenda.
That is an agenda to
Yeah.
make that statement.
It is. Because again, as we said, what is a new age man? But again, what is a modern man? So we're living in a time where the people are always reinventing themselves every day. And I think they done well on the task. They delivered the task. But as the boy said, necessarily, he didn't want to design those skirts. And he wasn't into that. So as the other boy said, he could see that it was one of the other girls' designs. And because she was so passionate about the design, she's the one that probably came up with the idea. But on the task side of things, they delivered. They delivered.
Well, the moral of
But
the
I ain't rocking that. Nobody's rocking that. That's madness.
at the end of it, what happened is she got fired.
Is it?
She got fired.
They fired her.
They fired her.
She's got too much strong opinions then.
And the reason they fired her is because Lord Sugar said that she almost persuaded it on the boy.
She did.